And the last one, since this is a family channel and we want to respect everybody out there, how big is your dick? Now, we have a survey right here. We have A, 7 inches, B, 10 inches, C, Mike Ross.
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, everybody? We are back as promised, and by now you've already guessed we got a special treat. I figured who better to talk to about everything that's going on in the FGC. You're talking about cancel culture, you're talking about people getting exposed, Evo, ban, suspension, Street Fighter 5, you name it. So ladies and gents, without further ado, we're about to jump into the hot clips and the hot topics. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Oh!
I do! I hate this game. Let me be Grandmaster for once! Let me be my Grandmaster! I'm out of this game! I'm out! I'm out! I don't care anymore! I don't care anymore! Give me the Grand Totaka! I'm out! I'm out! I don't care anymore! I don't care anymore! I'm done with rank! I am done with rank! I don't care no more! I don't care no more! I don't care! I don't care! I don't care anymore.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, as promised, we are here with Lord Tex, aka Gootecks. You know him, you love him. Many years in the FGC. You know, there's so much going on. First of all, before I even say that, hey, thank you for doing this. Thank you for taking time,
no
man. You definitely didn't have to do this. Yeah, you know, I just want to say real quick, and it's not me just swinging on your nuts or anything like that, but from the moment I came in this game, in the FGC, me reaching out to this man, me talking to this man, he has been nothing but kind, and he didn't have to be. You know, there's certain people you meet and you look up to, whether it's FGC or whatever you do, you know, and sometimes you get let down, or sometimes they're just dicks. Ryan, Gootecks never was. Mike Ross never was. These guys were like so cool with me, and they didn't have to. They gave me chances. He let me work with him at bar fights. He's just a cool guy from day one. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you just being, just being down to earth. You know what I'm saying? You could have been big time. You could have big time me, but you were you were cool, man.
It's better not to big time anybody, because at the end of the day we're all just small time specks on a floating planet in the universe. So
I appreciate
can't take ourselves too seriously.
You know, with everything that's going on in the FGC, along the same lines of people getting banned, people getting suspended, some people, you know, you have different situations, and I think each different situation is I don't think we can put them all in the same pot. I think some of them are their own situation, you know. But with all that being said, the term going on right now online is the term soft, right? A lot of people have this idea that because of esports and because of the way we are, people call them social justice warriors and all this stuff online, that the FGC is simply getting too soft. Anytime I see on Button Check where I'll do a story and I'll present it to the audience and say, hey, such and such got banned, such and such is suspended, a lot of times in the comment section, I'm talking about 90% of the times, you're gonna see, we're soft, too soft. This is soft bullshit. It's not like how we used to be back in the day. Do you think, in your personal opinion, that the FGC is simply too soft nowadays, or getting that way, or is it just a different time?
I think for me, it's less about whether or not the FGC has gotten soft and it's more about the situation.
Yeah.
And when it comes to, and this is obviously, it's a real slippery slope, I guess, is what I'm saying. And I think we've already started to see a lot of the ramifications of these types of bans. And I'm not saying that people should or shouldn't be banned. But I do think it's also hard to ban people for things that they didn't agree to do or not do. I mean, to me, it's a pretty good example, but like, who decides what's ban worthy and what's not?
Exactly.
And of those people, I mean, do we really know who is making those calls? Maybe, maybe not. I personally don't think we do, right?
Yeah.
And so if we don't know, if there's not a sort of list of things that you can and can't do, as well as an acknowledgement, signature, or agreement that you will or won't do those things, as well as no accountability for who is, making the bans, as well as no recourse. So, there's you have all of these issues like lack of transparency. It's really just lack of transparency, I guess, is what it is.
In saying all that, to your point, that's the biggest argument. People are saying, how are we being banned for stuff that we didn't even do at tournaments? Like, how are we doing our regular lives, whatever you want to classify as a regular life, and people are taking these things and now persecuting us or banning us? And, the other day you had Hungrybox make a video apologizing for cheating on his girlfriend. So because of these allegations that apparently came out that he was staring too hard at women. Now, I'm not commenting on the staring part because I wasn't there. But what I'm saying is a lot of people took that as well, and they were like, wait a minute, why is he apologizing to the FGC or the Smash community for cheating on his girl? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, where are we going? And it's just like, one, it's just like one after another. We have these cases, and the last thing I want us to do is, it seems like when somebody has an accusation or they're being quote unquote exposed, I try to tell everybody, I don't think we should just put them all together because they're all different, but we're really quick to be like ban, therefore you all are equal, and I'm like, that's really not the case. Like there's so many things, but in the end,
FGC is a microcosm of the outside world, and if anything, we're either a compressed, accelerated case, or we're just a little bit late to what's going on. I don't know if we're early or late compared to the rest of society. Yeah. But it's not I don't consider it an FGC thing. This is a Western culture thing. This is an America thing. This is a it just runs so deep. Yeah. And people, I think the worst part is that I don't think people really understand just how bad it's gotten. And there's a reason why in America you have laws and court and the judicial system and due process. And, you can't, not everything is held in the court of public opinion. And even if you want to make it that way, this is what you end up with, is a bunch of things that I think are dramatic overreaches of power. And also, it's not easy to be in a quote unquote position of authority and, adopt the stance of not canceling people, I guess. Yeah. But hopefully at some point people wake up. I don't know. It's honestly it's really scary, but this is the world that we live in, and at the end of the day, I also think people have to understand that whatever we're left with there's no guarantee that that's going to be to the SJW's liking.
Right. When esports was first hitting the FGC around that time, like you said, you were about it. You were like, hey, this is how we should go, right? Mike kind of saw it the other way. When you guys did that infamous scene and he was on the sofa and he said all these things, right? And then you came in with Gootecks from the future.
Future
and
Gootecks,
then it was like, oh, now we're doing a comedy sketch. At first, you had us all like, holy shit, Mike's actually firing some shots. Then it turned into a comedy sketch. It was like, oh, he's convincing them that, yo, we can do this, just hang in there, you know? That seemed like exactly what it was. Like, it seemed like, hey, Mike is really speaking his mind right here. Gootecks is speaking his mind right here. And they're just trying to be like, well, we're going to make the best out of some shit, you know? Was it like that, or was it a joke throughout the whole thing?
Well, it started as a joke.
Okay.
The whole thing was a joke that stemmed from esports. It was a joke about esports.
Yeah.
Entertaining subjects playing overly repetitive, tedious software, you know?
Yeah, which was awesome, yeah. Now, so what Mike said on the sofa, was that scripted, or was he just kind of freestyling?
I think that was take 2 or take 3. Yeah.
Okay.
It was definitely not scripted.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really speak for him. Humor is one of the best ways to convey messages to people, because there's different ways of interpreting really everything.
Exactly.
And so, you know, comedy as well as symbolism, you know, when you know what to look for, you can see, you know, you can kind of see through a lot of stuff, or a fine line even between conveying a message and making it too overt, I guess, which then can put you in danger. Yeah. So, you know, I wish I could say that, you know, we had planned the whole, you know, some sort of long, you know, had some sort of master plan, but, you know, it really just stemmed from a joke. And, you know, as you know, like sometimes that's just how it goes. Sometimes some shit is funny, you build off of it. And, right. You know, yeah, we did. Yeah. And it kept going.
But tell me this, because you guys were in a big spot when 5 came out, right? Excellent Adventures was here. And now you're past this new game. Did you ever feel yourself having to fake the funk for this game? Or were you like, no, I actually really do like this game and I'm glad we're covering it on Excellent Adventures? Like, did you guys feel that right off the jump? Or were you kind of like, I don't really know about this fucking game?
I was done with Street Fighter 4 before 5 came out.
Okay.
And, you know, it's different for everybody, but like the thing to remember, to keep in mind, is that some of us have been playing Street Fighter 4 since 2008.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, like depending on how long you had been.
That's true. That's true.
So, like when 5 came out or was being beta tested, you know, I was super excited about the game. I mean, I still think the game itself is dope, and I still think that it's better now, certainly better now than it was in season 1. But the problem is that it doesn't fucking matter how good the game is. If I just wanna like do something really violent whenever I'm outside of, you know, each round. Yeah. You know, whether it's between games or from the menu to the, you know, and then, you know, you deal with the lag and the shitty net code, and then you look at the Altimore patch and you're like, this kid can just work on this net code patch for like half a week and all of a sudden it's fixed. And then you play on Fightcade for like 2 games and you're like, oh wow, well, what the fuck is wrong with all these, you know, top tier developers that somehow can't get this shit right, that the Cannon brothers released God, when did GGPO come out? Like 2006? Like, it's been so long that this has been figured out. They made it free and open source last year for commercial use. How the fuck is... Oh my God. This is why I can't do anything, bro. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if people could just understand how ass backwards the entire thing is.
Right.
And it just, if everybody could just look at what's going on for a second, they would see how broken the system is. You see these people... Obviously, the world as a whole is in this huge transition phase. And people are calling out everything. And people are calling to tear down this system and bring down that. Well, okay. Like, why the fuck does that not apply to all of the bullshit infrastructure and bureaucracy that's been built around not just FGC, but gaming as a whole? Like, an example, right? I haven't dug in deep or whatever. I'm sure there's a really good reason that I'm not aware of. But, you know, Blizzard announced today that they got some executive from Major League Baseball to come in and run Overwatch League. And it's like, this is the like, why is nobody... I'm sure there's people that are upset about that. But why is nobody talking about the problems with all of that? Where are this is the problem with esports, and it is the opportunity for FGC, which is that none of the people that have the money in esports actually know what the fuck it even is. The only people that understand are the people who've been in it for a super long time, and typically are not the ones with money. You have a tiny fraction of like esports team owners, you know, that really do understand how the whole thing works because they've been in it for so long. But you have these people coming in from the outside that I'm sure are super qualified in their previous careers, but not understanding the culture is what will get you killed. The Fightcade experience versus the current generation fighting game online experience. It's just night and day. So how the fuck can a small team of developers getting without the backing of some big publisher, how the fuck can they pull this off? And all of these other companies act like the solution is not there. Act like they act as though GGPO hasn't been there longer than most of them. Any, you know, one developer has been making games. Like, how the fuck is this lost on people?
So, Mr. Gootecks, what we're gonna do to wrap it up real quick, I have no idea how I'm gonna chop it up, but I'm gonna chop it up and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna fire at you 5 questions. You can answer with 1 word or just 1 sentence, really quick. All right, random shit. All right. So, first one: when's the last time you played Street Fighter 5?
I don't know, like 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago. Right on. Next one: has a girl ever called you Gootecks during sex?
No.
All right. Number 3: does Gootex ever want kids, children? I don't know if you have children now, but do you ever want any if you don't?
All the players I've sunned over the years are all my kids. I don't have kids. You know, I used to be very anti-kids, and
oh really?
The pandemic has been, you know, it's made me sort of I think it's made a lot of people reconsider a lot of things in life, and so maybe I'm a little bit more flexible on something like that than I was, let's say, at the top of the year. Next
up, if there is EVO 2021, are you going to be there?
If there is an EVO 2021, I will be there. I mean, if I'm here on the planet, I will be there.
What did you eat for breakfast today? Does Gootex even eat breakfast?
I see no reason to eat breakfast.
I'm the same way. That's what's up. I don't eat.
But I had some tea and I had some coffee.
And the last one, since this is a family channel and we want to respect everybody out there, how big is your dick? Now we have a survey right here. We have A, 7 inches, B, 10 inches, C, Mike Ross, and that equals 23 inches because Mike Ross is believed to have a dick that is 23 inches long. I say 10. That's what I say. But feel free. Feel free not to answer that one. We'll let the viewers decide. All right. So
only one way to find out.
Evo 2021. That's how to find out. We'll see you on that.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, an exclusive.
There it is. That's the new channel right there. That's what the public wants to know. It'll be like How I Met Your Mother. So by the end of the series, we'll know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know what the hell just happened here, but thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your time. Once again, I'm a fan. All I want to do is see Cross Counter keep on blossoming, doing your thing. I know you got some gems in there. The work you've done, what you have created, a lot of this is here because of what you and Mike did. Shit, a lot of what I have is because of what you and Mike did. I looked at how you guys did it, your personalities, your timing, a lot of this stuff. I even came to you personally and asked you a lot of questions, and you were gracious enough to answer them. So big ups, man. Everybody, I'm gonna definitely put all your links. Not that nobody knows about you, doesn't know about you, because if you're watching this channel, you know who the hell Gootecks is. So anyway, man, big up. Thank you for all the love. Thank you guys for watching.
Oh, thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun. I think you got the wheels turning, and yeah, let's do it again sometime.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Catch you soon. Thank y'all. Peace. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. That interview was actually over an hour and a half, damn near 2 hours long. You only saw 20 minutes of it. I couldn't put it all. So he might actually put the rest on Cross Counter. I don't know. We're going to talk about it. So once again, I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Real quick shout out to King Jack. He was actually featured in the video, a hot clip that I showed the other day. I think I named the wrong person, or I forgot to name him because somebody else retweeted it. I don't know. Anyway, big shout out to King Jack. Thank you for being a godlike Kage and a godlike supporter of the show. Once again, thank you guys for all the love. We'll see you Saturday. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Looking forward to what you're doing next.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a way to... Oh, that's what you do next. Yeah. Going around the FGC. Yo, how big's your dick?
This is where it's at. I'm trying to tell you, man.